I know a lot of our audience, as we discussed prior to the recording as well, we said a lot of them are aspiring voiceover artists.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to them if they're watching now and they want to go down that path?
Well, Dan, I mean, come on. One thing I'm going to say is go here. Go to skillshub.life. Because seriously, I say that because I created that site and I can't do it alone. I did it with my sister and our friend Bill. It was the three of us came together. And when I say we and the company, and I'm a co-founder with them. And what this site is, originally it was started because I was sick and tired of auditioning by myself in the void. That we even after 4 decades of this, I'm still like, my brain is an echo chamber and today's not a good echo day. I just needed 10 minutes with someone I trusted, and I described what I foresaw to Bill and Karen, and Bill went, you know what? And he went away and he built it. And then as we did our research, because we did over 50 different beta tests with people and they were all about an hour a piece or more, it became really clear, like, people who are just starting out are feeling really confused and really lost, and they don't know who to trust, and they don't know what to do next. And there's a lot of great places to learn the craft, but how do you put it all together? So we put a lot of those pieces on the site, and then people didn't really know how to use it because there's so much there. So I was like, well, let me teach a class. And that was a year ago. And I taught my Start It class, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just saw it. I was like, people need instructions. They need the Lego manual. So I sat down and I wrote these paths. And there's a path, if you've never done it before, it's called the Foundations Path. And somebody's out there wondering how much. It's $12.99 a month to join the site. And the paths are free. Like, you get these Lego instructions free when you're a member. So what I did was I wrote out the foundations. If you've never done this before, maybe you've done other forms of acting, or you've never done anything, these are the exact steps to follow. And once you finish that, or if you've got that already, you go, all right, I want to follow the commercials path, or the demo path, or the games path. And then I just wrote what I call the free range path, which is kind of covers everything else. It's like, it tells you, like, start here, watch this, do that, check this out, look for a coach who does this. Because now we started out with 20 something of my friends, and now we have, who are voice directors, casting directors, top working actors. And now we have 83 people. And the way that they get accessed is you can book as little as 10, 15 minutes with them. So if that's what you can afford, you can do it at the pace you can do it. So you go through these paths, the free range path. It's like, get coaching from a coach who does, say, if it's audiobooks that's calling you. And we have a filter. You just search it and you go, I'll try that one. And it tells you exactly what to cover. So I wrote out these paths. And then you need to check in. And we operate on these 4 pillars that we spent a couple of years like figuring out. We spent a lot of time in foundation on this company. And it's like, you gotta plan it. Like, if you're going to the grocery store and you don't know where it is, okay, you'll find one eventually, but that's a lot of time, so plan it, learn it, pretty obvious, practice it. Because how many of us have taken musical instrument lessons and we never practiced? Did you get any better, really? It's the same in here. It's the same. So practice and then check it. Like, if you practice that instrument forever and you were doing it wrong, now you've actually integrated bad habits, and that's where the check it comes in. And somebody can give you a golden nugget in a check-in session that saves you months. I am the biggest fan of the shortcut. I am the hugest fan. Like, yes, if you're really valuable, take my money. Here's what I have set aside. Take it. And I just save time because they're not making more time, last I checked. So the principles of that, whether it's on Skills Hub, it's skillshub.life, acting.skillshub.life, whether it's on Skills Hub or whether it's somewhere else, those principles of pick your destination, because VO is a giant, giant landscape. And everybody gets hooked on those shiny objects, commercials, animation, games, right? We have an infographic in our resources section. There are nearly 20 different ways to make money with your voice. So pick some of those lanes that aren't as crowded. Audio description, e-learning, medical narration, like whatever you want to do, corporate presentation, who knows? Audio drama, podcasting, whatever it is, right? Pick a lane and follow the plan. And I think of those, we describe those as income streams. Like, your money flows like a river, and you make your first little stream and it starts feeding into your money flow. And then you get that thing in maintenance, and then you go build the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then you've got a nice river. And then you're making choices from a place that you love. So whether it's on our site or anywhere else, create a plan, go out and learn what you need to learn in sections and in pieces, and break those goals down. Everybody's got that big goal of, I want to succeed in this. Awesome. How executable is that? Break it down into, what are you doing with your next 90 days? And listen, I really want to talk about this. We deal with this a lot on the site, which is the head game of it. We drive ourselves so hard, and we expect constant productivity from ourselves because that's what the culture's taught us, because that feeds the corporate profit machines, right? We're trained to feed those machines, right? Rest and restoration are really important. So sometimes your 90 days is, we have these free workout rooms for members. You can just go, and there's so many out right now. There's somebody's teaching each other Mandarin Chinese or a New Zealand accent, or practicing commercials, or practicing improv. Like they're always there. Anybody can make them. Any member can make them, and they're wonderful connection points. But let's say your 90 goal is, I'm going to work out with friends, once a week, okay? Or twice a month, or whatever. I'm going to get coached once a month, or twice a month, or every week, or whatever. I'm going to take 3 classes during this 90 days. I mean, that's a heck of a 90 days. Maybe the next 90 days, you're like, I should do that again. You're like, I can't. It's not a personal failing. It is a need for restoration. This morning, I found myself scrolling. I was like, what am I doing? Because that's counter to my goals and values. And I went, oh, I need rest. And this involuntary, unconscious checkout is me trying to rest. I went, okay, instead of it a character flaw or a mistake, I'm going to go, okay, you know what? Do you want to scroll with your free time? I'm like, no. What do you want to do instead? Go sit under a tree. Okay, can I scroll under a tree? Sure. Do whatever the heck you want for the next 30 minutes. Just go do it. Now, I haven't hit that 30 minutes yet, but I will tomorrow. I don't know, maybe Friday. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, building in rest and recovery is so, so important. So have a holistic view, because this is a marathon. It's a marathon, and it needs to be sustainable, and it needs to be sustainable for you. That's one of the things about Skills Hub. It's like, it's customizable because that's what works in real life. And you can go get the opinions of trusted people who can reflect back to you like, you're doing great, or are you just avoiding right now because this piece of building your emotional library, if you're having into voice acting, is really challenging? Oh yeah, I am kind of avoiding. Okay, let's pick a challenge for you. Let's go do something hard, and just one hard thing a week. That's it. Or one hard thing a month. Whatever your pace is. Like, design it humanely for you, because how we treat ourselves is how we treat everyone else in the world, in a way. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So those are some of my initial thoughts on how you would start today.